Welcome to Suitably. This week we're going to be discussing something that is very important in the tailoring world. We're going to discuss and explore what causes the shoulder divot. Now, you might notice in a lot of Instagram posts, there's just something that doesn't look right. Even though posts might get, or influencers might get a ton of likes as or through the lens of a tailor, I always see that famous shoulder divot telling me that that suit just doesn't fit right. Now, what is a shoulder divot? Well, a shoulder divot is sort of that line that you see right here that gets created when a suit just doesn't fit right. It's right above the shoulder. It sort of, right, if you see that, it creates like this little line above or below the shoulder pad of a suit. That's what a shoulder divot. Now, throughout the years, I've studied the topic, trying to understand what exactly is the cause of it. There's not necessarily one unique cause of the shoulder divot. It can be a combination of things, but I've come to find out that there are 3 different reasons for a shoulder divot. Reason number 1. My subject here will come, Jeremy, one of my co-founders. The reason number 1 that a shoulder divot happens is when a bicep is too tight. What happens is that a suit isn't able to fall properly on the slope of your shoulder. And when a bicep is too tight, what it does is it just creates that sort of like fold there, just because it's caught up on your bicep, it's caught up on your shoulder, and thereby creates that little line there, right? That's the first thing. The second reason, or the second main thing that causes a shoulder divot, is what's called the patterning of the back of a suit. So in a tailored suit, obviously the pattern is designed for the slope of your back, and usually in off-the-rack suits, if the slope isn't done right, then there might be a disproportionate amount of fabric in the front and the back, creating something that's way too tight for the back. So let me just demonstrate this. But if I were to pull this a little bit more, making the back of the suit a bit tighter, what that does is it creates that famous shoulder divot that you see on so many people sporting a bad suit. The third thing that creates a shoulder divot is, a bad shoulder pad creating just a bad slope. So if Jeremy's shoulders here are very sloped, what that creates is a shoulder pad that floats in the air and doesn't come down. So if a shoulder pad is too square for somebody's shoulders that are too sloped, what that creates again is that divot. So it's 3 things that cause a divot, as I said. First thing, biceps too tight. Second thing, the back part of the chest or the upper back being too tight from a bad pattern. And the third part is shoulder slopes not taken into account, meaning that your shoulder pad is too high, creating that divot on the suit jacket. Jeremy, you wanted to say something?
If you like what you saw, please click subscribe.
Have a great one. We'll see you soon.